Well, this is what I'm doing on this wonderful cold morning, is I'm taking my fuel lines off and installing A&D fittings with steel braided line 3/8, so that way I can do away with the sleeves that go bad inside of the connections right here. This is the actual adapter that goes from the head and then to the line, and the same thing for the fuel bowl. Bolts to the fuel bowl, and then the line bolts to that. If you can see right here, taking them off and getting rid of the sleeves that go bad over time. I was like, might as well change them, because I plan on going to the fuel pressure regulator system anyway, but I might do that, I might not. But this is a better solution and make it more reliable and make the fuel lines a little bigger. It might help, it might not, but it can't hurt. To do this, to do the lines, it's not that hard to get the lines off, it's just getting to them. I took my spider intake off out of the way, took my down tube, which is definitely a necessity to take off, so that way you can get your 9/16 wrench in there just to break the line loose, because it's so tight with the down tube that unless you have like a crow's foot or something, then you might be able to do it, but I wanted all the room as necessary so that way I don't have to struggle. So I took all that stuff off, and also take your relays and stuff and just unbolt them. Just unbolt them out the way. You got a bolt down there. Just loosen it, because it's got, you can see the hooks. It just slides right in. So that way you just unloosen them, just loosen them a little bit and pop it out the way, just so you can get your hand down there to pull the fitting out. And that's what I'm doing with those A&D fittings. And they are 1/4 inch pipe thread that threads into the head and into the fuel bowl. And this is what I'm going to use, and I'll show you when I get that done. Now, to get to that fuel line down there, see it? To get to that one with a wrench, because I don't have crow's foot, if you know what that is, that I have to take this whole bracket off, which is not that hard. You see the bolts down there? It's got 1, 2, 3, and 4 bolts. You got a bolt right there, one in this hole right here, and then one down underneath to take that whole bracket off, so that way I can get to that fuel line. Also too, if you want to do the banjo bolts, research that, and I will do that eventually, but I don't have the money for those right now. But the banjo bolts are behind that same alternator bracket and the power steering bracket, and over here on the AC bracket too. That's actually another restrictive part of the fuel system that you can change so that way you get better flow. They sell them at different dealers, like diesel online shops. So you can get those there, or you can modify the ones you have. I've seen that done too, but I'm just going to buy the nice banjo bolts from Strictly Diesel. They're really nice. So they go in the front and back of each head, and it's got a larger hole for the fuel to go through. So, alright. See, pull the 4 bolts out. Just make sure you got a hand on it, so it's kind of heavy. It pulls right out the way and gives you plenty of room to get a wrench on that piece, so that way you don't have to worry about struggling to try to get the fitting in there. and it gives you better alignment, so that way when you do hook the A&D fitting in there, I can put it where it needs to be and run it, and then run the line right where I want it to go. See, this is the driver's side fuel line. I got it out. It's gonna be a little bit of pain to finagle that hard line out, but you'll be able to get it. I had to bend mine a little bit and work it around. I pulled it out going towards the passenger side, working it out, past all the lines, to unhook the electrical hookup for the ICP, and then worked it around and just unhooked the line for the drain valve right there, so that way I'll be able to get right past that too. But other than that, you'll be able to get it out. I'll show you the sleeves I was telling you about. If you can look at it, they got little rubber sleeves is what they're called. They go over top of the line, and they actually, see, mine are ripped in both places on both sides, and they actually fit. They go inside the tube. When you slide it down, I guess it's supposed to keep it so that way if the pipe moves, the line moves a little bit, it'll still keep it sealed. But that's just another thing to go wrong and wear out. They have new ones from Diesel O-rings, and they're made of better material. They said they're supposed to last a whole lot longer, but I don't like to have stuff that wears out, you know, especially seals or something like that, something that could just go at any time it wants, regardless if it's new or not. So that's why I'm going with this other system. And just wanted to show you what the actual sleeves are, what it looks like when they break. So, well, this is what the finished product looks like. I got the A&N fitting down there, 3/8 all the way over to the fuel bowl, and then the other 3/8 all the way back. You can see it all the way back to the back side of the head, passenger back side of the head, and driver side front. Just by getting rid of the old lines, upgrading them to 3/8, and getting rid of the check valves that are in the back side of the head over there and the one down here, and opening the flow up, has actually made the truck run a whole lot smoother, and actually quieted it down a little bit, which is really surprising that it did that. And just by doing that upgrade is pretty well worth it. It only cost me $100. I got 5 foot of the stainless steel line, the steel braided line, and then 2 45s A&N fittings, 190, and yeah, and one, what is it, whatever that one is, less than a 90, yeah, but yeah, no, those are 100, those are the bigger one, bigger degrees. Y'all see it, y'all understand. I forgot what it is, I just got off work, sorry. But just by doing those, and then I'm also gonna get the Riff Raff fuel regulator that bolts to the fuel bowl right here, and actually helps, that goes to the back of the head on the driver's side, and the front part of the head on the passenger side, which will get rid of the dead head, which will quiet it down even more. So, and also my boost tubes, got those painted, because I had everything torn apart anyway, so might as well do it. And that's about it.